came in, there were options available, but none of them really felt great. They're good. It's not just a straight up situation where nothing can happen here for Egoboys, but everything.
That's why also starting with the sentry because again knows the matchup, knows that it's going to be yeah, he's just gonna do this.
Yep. Sentry goes down, pretty straightforward, but now alone, well, can sort of walk it in here. He can sort of try and pull some CSI triangulation there to figure out where the sentry ward is, and then go back to pick up his own. And well, that's exactly what he'll do here. Nope, not grabbing it just yet. There we go. Forgot about it for a moment. We'll pick it up now, and we'll see if he actually gets this correct. I said he was going to be able to sort of walk it in and figure it out, but that's not exactly a guarantee. If he misses on this sentry, it is going to feel exceptionally painful for him. So we're not seeing him sort of rush his way forward just yet, obviously because that would be suspicious as hell with KXY just standing here, but does get the opportunity.
No.
Now burrows in.
He actually got the double hit off. Okay, good. Like a little bit of a struggle, but yeah, I think that's top.
Top lane, yeah. Trapped up inside of the cogs. Tano just gets in onto him. Cog into battery assault starts it off, and King Tekka has the range to hit him up. Nothing the Morphling can do to defend his teammate there. So just that little bit out of sort of position for the Witch Doctor, and he is made to pay for it with a pretty substantial amount of damage. That's just a play that's going to be available to King Tekka and Tano almost all the time, is right on cue. Tano, if he didn't have sort of mana shortages here, although he was holding on to 2 mangoes, so might have wanted to try it, but at that point King Tekka was a little too far away. So they do back off of it, but it's not going to take much for the Clockwork to get in onto this Witch Doctor. And
First, and you haven't really been zoned off of the waves. Oh, bottom.
Ryze is taken down. Michael in for the enchant. Mariano got him at the end there with the rebuke. Just that little bit of extra damage, and right up in the top lane. Tano, that's a bit too far forward. He is going to get hit up by the Maledict into that stun, and Parker will take him down. So back-to-back kills for Infamous there across really multiple different lanes, as it just feels like Egoboys were a little bit out of position, over-aggressive in the top lane, whereas Ryze is... Ryze is actually, he's looking for a little bit of revenge. He pushes in, but the problem is Kara doesn't have the HP to survive that. The Ursa can't actually get on target, and Infamous will pick up a 3rd straight.
Similar to that previous game, they're losing the sentry, was chunked by that impetus. It feels like even him, it's really hard for him to walk up, and now...
King Tekka's dead.
Yeah.
Taken down there as this turns into a bit of a trade-off. A will be taken down in exchange, but...
Ooh.
Actually, wait, hold it. Yeah, okay. Not enough actual morphing there from the Morphling. He has 2 points up in the attribute shift, but it wasn't enough. Couldn't quite get enough health in time. Tano finishes him up against the Viper. That time he just sort of gets caught, and now the Viper might be caught as well. KXY's in. A's going to be here as well. Nice stun to start it off into the focus fire, and okay. They will be able to trade it out, but that's still your Morphling being taken down. Now Tano, can he actually do this?
5.
He's going to go for the Cog Trap, and KXY has to try and cut his way through, but he can't make it out. Tano with the Rocket Flare gets it done, and okay, the Clockwork's going to step up here. That's a 4-1 start now for the Clock. On the other side of the map, though, Kara will be taken down, but Ryze is able to hold his ground. Mariano will fall underneath the tower, and Michael just has to get away, but Ryze is pushing forward with the Earth Shock, trying to get those right clicks in. I think he's got this, unless Michael has some sort of miracle. He's sitting on some wand charges, so maybe, but Ryze has the Earth Shock. He's back in again.
Oh, but the creep.
Good job there with the ensnare from that Dark Troll Summoner. That's going to get Michael out, so... Really, multiple times there where it looked like he was sort of dead to rights, sneaks away, the Ursa rejoins the fight.
Well set up on this Morphling. They need to chain it up perfectly, though. They might need to bait out the epicenter beforehand, but this is a completely jacked Clockwork. And I think bottom, yeah, KXY.
Ryze is taken down, KXY rotates in, but yeah, in that middle lane, they're going for it. Cog pushback is there, but the morphing, or the attribute shifting, has already come through. The Cogs, though, do push Parker back into both the hookshot and the epi, but it's still not enough. Parker gets away. A will be taken down in exchange, but Tano basically had to sacrifice himself as well. Now Kara's on the run. Can he get himself out? Burrow's strike is up in 1 second on the Morphling as he is going to jump forward. They've taken Kara down and alone. Doesn't have the mana to actually keep that fight going.
That is not, but it's definitely something you need to be incredibly cautious of, especially if you go for one of those wild dives.
Alone, though, does have the blink dagger, excuse me, available now as they jump in, but the waveform is going to get Parker away, and now here comes the turn. This is an absolute disaster for Egoboys. They're losing Kara already, but Alone is still able to find one. A will go down. Rises will now join the fight, but there's going to be the Spear. Tano, though, in with the hook shot. That's going to buy a little bit of time for them, but Parker is still not dead, and Alone is actually going to have to fall back. He's going to get hit up by the Shackle, though, into the waveform, and this just goes horribly. Egoboys have to fall back. Rises going to try to get himself out, but there's the arena.
Nice.
Nope. Jumps through it. Nicely done with the Earth Shock. That he can't afford to go down there. That would have made an already bad situation even worse, but now, why King Tekka? There is quite literally nothing to gain in this situation. He can really only get picked off there. KXY, I mean, he takes some damage, but realistically, you weren't going to... That's the kind of play that we need to see more of from Egoboys, and they need to be able to do it consistently. Every single time Tano really has this hookshot online, they should be looking for some sort of easy pickoff like that one, but as of right now, they've got some problems. There it is, Mariano blinking forward, Arena will be dropped into the spear stun, power shot coming through from KXY as well, and that's a pretty straightforward one. Mariano gets the kill, meanwhile, Alone is channeling the ult, he's going to go in, they've spotted the morph!
Nice. Perfect. Yeah, and they ping out the ward immediately. They know exactly what just happened to them, and again.
Hello? Witch Doctor is going to wander up there, and he might just be... Yeah, he's straight up dead, okay. Alone gets the double, but here comes KXY in with the focus fire. So they're going to use A basically as a sacrifice to set up for the kill. Meanwhile, KXY turned around for the shackle, did hit up the clockwork, but that stun almost comes out a little bit too early. The clockwork's able to TP away, and while all of that was going on, Egoboys actually snuck Ursa into the pit to pick up in the middle lane. Parker, Mariano, and A looking to push their way forward. They've got Michael TPing in here as well, and they're going to run into the clockwork. The hookshot play will buy some time. Mortimer Kisses actually coming in as well, but there's going to be the response. Parker directly in onto the snap, but he doesn't actually cancel it, so as Mortimer Kisses continue to throw out there, as Mariano does get taken down, Tano's going to try to TP out, and he does make it. They don't quite have the damage, and now Rises... How much does he really want to commit for this? His teammates are already starting to back off. He does have the Aegis, but don't really know if this is the position where you want to use it, but he may not have a choice. The enchant will slow him down. King Tekka's able to turn around, though, for the Nether Toxin, and Alone was sort of casually faking out the Epi, so...
At BKB, really those plays sort of stop happening, and you didn't have to expend the arena, so now you're going to be able to immediately run at them, and they're going to break on King Tekka again.
For that Viper, he's just straight up dead. KXY not even going to pop the double damage rune, as they don't feel that they need the bonus damage, so... No, he still holds on to it. He's got his BKB and a double damage rune and the focus fire, so... They could realistically look for another target. Mariano may not have the arena, but the Blink Spears play is still there, so there's a situation where if you're Egoboys, you can't necessarily feel safe in this area just yet, as Tano going to get hit up by the Shackle. He's pinned to his own cogs by that Spear Stun from Mariano. They will be able to find the kill, but Alone in the bottom lane got a solo pick
kill
onto Parker.
And again, it's Parker. He's a little bit too greedy. He's that
area, but they will still lose the hero, and now we see a bit of a group up in that middle lane.
And this is exactly what they need to do. Have this really fast decision-making and Rises. He was in on the Mars in the back. And now Michael, I don't know if they're going to be able to catch up to him. They do have a Bro Strike and 2, a Blink, and yeah, I think he might be gone.
Do they know where Michael went, though? They don't actually...
We're actually going to see he's going for an Ags. He's going to try and just become that... Basically just become the Sand King whenever he can. Oh, Tunnel.
Oh. Tano's going to get cut out. Mariano, meanwhile, jumps in with the arena, but at this point, this one's a little too broken up. A and Mariano can't get the kill. They do bring down Tano, but I don't really know about that trade-off. Mariano will fall, but here comes the Morphling. Parker into the fight, looking to take down the Viper. They do have the Maledict on him, so King Tekka will end up falling. Now they got to turn their attention onto Rises. The Shackle, though, will connect. Mortimer Kisses trying to be thrown out defensively here, but I'm not really sure that's going to be enough. They take down A, but the Ursa's still in trouble, and he will be finished off. It's a triple kill for Parker on that Morphling. And can actually catch up to Alone here. Not really. He's beginning to pivot more towards being a more dedicated damage dealer. We see the MKB being worked on for him. So he's already got 6 kills and 7 assists, really without any sort of major damage outside of the Javelin. That is going to be
King Tekka.
No longer the case, as A does get taken down elsewhere on the map. But if they can trade out for King Tekka, they're going to be more than happy with it, as they will bring down that Viper. So 1-for-1 across the map. KXY gets the kill onto the Viper, and it's unfortunate for the Witch Doctor, but you will trade that one out every single opportunity. The clock's got 1. Both of the supports on Infamous have them, so there's going to be quite a bit of sort of forced movement here as Kara checking the pit, but, well...
he got both of them.
Mariano's going to jump in, but he's taking a lot of damage at this point. However, KXY is in with the focus fire. They're trying to take Tano down, but now Alone. Burrow striking his way forward, connecting onto 2. There's no Epi to sort of deploy here, though, so at this point his damage kind of limited. As Alone, got to get jumped in on. Nice morph from Parker, turning himself into the SK for the follow-up stun, and Alone will be taken down. That is going to force the retreat from Egoboys. They really can't afford to take this. Tano might be a little bit too far forward right now. He's got to be kind of careful, but... Yep, A stepping in front of that one. He's going to bite the bullet. He will be taken down. Tano, though, hooks in onto Mariano. They're going to get the Mortimer Kisses in here as well. And this Mars, he's just straight up dead. The Eul Scepter will buy him some time, but he has nowhere left to go. As the arena will be thrown down, but he still falls. Mariano will die, but the Ursa's dead as well. Parker able to get the kill alongside KXY. Actually, Mariano technically gets the credit for it, but either way, Rises down. Alone dead as well, and all of a sudden, way too much pressure onto this Viper to try and carry this fight, and he's not going to be able to do it. He's just getting sort of bounced around here. They'll find 1 kill onto Michael, but they can't really contend with either KXY or Parker, but they are certainly going to try. But now here comes the Morphling back into the fight, trying to dish out the damage, and he is going to be able to get it. Waveform forward will get him the kill.
Gone.
Now he morphs into that Wind Ranger for the Shackle, locking down Kara. Not going to be able to get the kill just yet, though, as the Cookie will stun him up, and oh my goodness.
Yep.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Kara gets stunned up by his own cookie, as the Morphling will take him down, and now Tano, he's gonna hook his way out of here, but is this actually enough? I think it is for now. Parker doesn't have the waveform up for a few more seconds, so they will...
You need an MKB and you need a basher. That's the only way you get to stick on top of this.
Oh my god, hey.
Rises.
He just goes straight in onto it. Not going to be able to get much damage in with that Death Ward, but Mariano is able to push in for the arena. Rises, though, has the BKB. That's going to buy him a little bit of time, but at this point, Infamous are bringing reinforcements, and Rises, he's just got to back off, but okay, Tano in with the hookshot, gets the pushback with the cogs, but now the shackle into the spear will lock that clockwork down, and nobody's coming to help him. Tano will fall, but KXY, he's not done. Pushing in, popping the BKB into the focus fire. Rises on the run, but the bashes even coming through here as well. Into the shackle, he's gone. Rises will fall alone, now sort of trapped up inside of that tree line. They're not able to focus in onto him directly, though, and that does mean he can get off the epicenter. That's enough to take down KXY, but I really doubt that that's enough. They get KXY, they do get A on the back end there as well, but losing Rises again, absolutely.
12 and 18, he has been giving away a lot of that information for whenever Infamous do eventually take the fight. But they don't know that the Ursa's in the pit. They missed it with the ward.
And Mariano, okay, he's going to drop down the arena, but Rises just pops a BKB. He's going to stick it, going in for Roshan. Can he get it, though? Yes, he can. He will be able to grab the Aegis, even leaps out of the pit. That is a big move for him, but his teammates are still going to pay the price. Kara will be taken down. It looks like the Viper will fall as well. However, Mariano and A are taken down in exchange, so that's a 2-for-2 trade with the Ursa walking away with Aegis Cheese and the Shard. So that's pretty spectacular. The timing works out perfectly for Egoboys, as Tano... Well, even
fight up until this Wind is alive again. And the Wind, she did her job in that previous fight, but just the cheese and Mariano.
Wow.
And more.
Rises just straight up tears through him. Mariano dead, and KXY still not up for a few more seconds. So Infamous not really able to mount an immediate response, but now we do see the TP coming through. So KXY is here, but they're without Mariano. So a lot of their initiation has been sort of thrown away, but Rice is hit up by the shackle. Can they actually follow that up? No. A will be taken down, but Parker's able to morph himself into the Wind Ranger. Meanwhile, Tano, that's unfortunate, hooks into his teammate, so he's not into the fight, and that is going to cost them. Kara's going to get taken down first. The Viper going to get hit up by back-to-back shackles. First one pins him to the tree, second one pins him to Tano, as the Clockwork will be taken down alongside the Viper, and now Parker wants even more. Another shackle coming in onto the Ursa, into the Death Ward as well. They've burned through the Aegis. Can they get him a second time? Alone, trying to sort of hold out in that tree line. He is going to be forced to sort of back away, though, so Rises really is alone in this fight. He does take down A, but he's not going to be able to get himself out of this one. That TP is not going to be enough. It's even canceled by, I believe, a bounce from the Paralyzing Cask, but well, at least morphing into KXY's Wind Ranger. As they do spot Tano. Okay, what is going on? This fight is so broken up. Really 3 or 4 mini engagements going down, as the Viper is going to get isolated further to the west. Mariano and Michael will try to bring him down, but the Force Staff gets him over the wall. But here comes Michael in with the impetus shots. It's a lot of damage into the power shot, and they will somehow snipe him out. Viper dead, and now Tano in some trouble as well. The shackle doesn't actually latch, but the second shackle certainly will. And that's Tano dead. Clockwork taken down, but now the Mortimer Kisses will fly through. Rises trying to get into the fight as well, but the Huel Scepter locks him down into the Spear Stun, so he might want to be a little bit careful. We're going to see him start to fall back, looking to link up with Kara and Alone, as they will simply regroup in their west side jungle. But here comes KXY blinking forward. Wind Run coming through. He's going to get the shackle down onto Alone, but rest of the team, not quite here. So he's going to pop the BKB and look to fall back. Rice is even getting in for a little bit of damage there to sort of dissuade KXY from going any further. But now shackle comes through. Kara locked down. Epicenter, though, from Alone is going to get him onto KXY, and they do find that kill. So the Wind Ranger will be taken down. Kara falls as well, though, but now here comes Parker into the fight. The Sand King doesn't have a whole lot left to work with. He's going to go for the burrow. That does get him over that cliff, but Parker trying to show, okay. Didn't get vision. Okay. He saw Alone. Apparently that was not the case, but now Rises may be in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to get pinned to the wall by that spear. Parker, though, really doesn't want to go back in. Okay. Backing himself away. Rises dangerously low on HP, though, so he wasn't exactly looking to reinitiate either. So everybody backs off. Everyone will take a moment to sort of cool down here, and at the end of it, Infamous walk away with that sort of lead pushed up to 3K. So we're seeing quite a bit of back and forth here as we are into that sort of mid-late game, or excuse me, late game stage. Wow, words are getting hard. But neither side able to definitively pull away. We've seen that lead change hands about 4 or 5 times now over the last 10 to 15 minutes. So pretty much anyone's game, but now the Viper's in some trouble. Mariano hits him up with the arena into the spear. The impetus shots will come in from Michael, and there's no way King Tekka survives this one, but he is actually making quite a go of it, and another Toxin does drop Mariano alone up, where Tano gets in with the flare for the kill. So Mariano will fall, but at this point, this fight may continue on, as Infamous are trying to push it onto Tano. Can they actually bring him down? That Force Staff may have actually gotten him slightly more well, slightly lower, as Michael will bring him down. Tano taken down, rises though in the middle of this fight, but this really is not a great engagement for him. Very low on HP, and Michael creates a separation there with, I believe, the Hurricane Pike, but Rise is somehow still not dead. Parker's actually the one going down. He morphs into the Sand King to get that burrow, and that will get him away.
The wind's up.
And now here comes KXY. He's pissed off. Blink is available for him. Will he be able to jump in onto anyone? They're going to try and go mid. And there it is, the Shackle again. Every time that Shackle is just latching on, his Kara will be locked down and taken out. But now Alone
Playing their own game, whereas Infamous
Whoa.
diving in again. Oh
KXY,
no!
look at that Blink into the Shackle. They've got the Ursa. He's dead. He's going to pop the BKB as well as the Enrage, but it won't be enough. He's still going down as Rises will fall, and now the route is on. They're just going to surge their way forward. They've caught out Alone as well, keeping him locked in place. Another Shackle coming in. The Death Ward will be deployed. Alone is dead, and this is where things are going to really fall apart. King Tekka trying to get himself away, but he's not really going to be able to make it out. Parker picks him up. They bring down Tano as well. The buybacks are just flying out here, but oh god, the Sand King bought back, TP'd in, gets shackled up. He's dead again.
And that's
Deep dive there, but there's really no one to punish him, so there's no consequences whatsoever. They will just turn their attention in, and yeah, they're going for the win. Looking for the tier 4, no buybacks up. It's going to come down to the Snapfire pulling off the greatest miracle we will have ever seen, and it's just not going to happen. He's firing out the Mortimer Kisses, but it's too late. Tier 4 down. Infamous will be able to take this one as the Ancient will fall, and that's going to be it. 2-0 sweep for Infamous. One last kill onto Kara there. Nope, they don't quite get it, but they do manage to get the win.
And Tano Alone getting the GG out. At least it felt like they were able to get one good game out of tonight.